Hey everybody, we are live. We have got Morgan here. I didn't think that I needed to do a big introduction for him because it's Morgan. He's been here before. Say hello, Morgan.
Hello, everybody.
I think the last time you were on my live stream was 9 months ago, which is
Okay.
crazy to think about 9 months ago. Where even were we 9 months? A lot has happened in that time.
A lot of water under the bridge since then, yeah.
A lot has happened. You've been all over. We've kind of all gone our separate directions. Things have happened, and you've been. I mean, you're not in Germany now. You're over in America, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in a great big house in Florida right now. With the waterfall. No big deal.
Just here, absolutely freezing. So envious. Hello to everybody who is in the chat, and thank you so much for all of our comments already. We haven't even barely started yet, and I see the comments going so fast. If you do have a question for me or Morgan, if you can start it with the word question, just like Sean says here, just makes it easier for us to pick out what is a question. We'll do our best to answer as many as we can, but the comments do go quite fast. And please don't think that we're ignoring you if we don't answer them. It just goes quite fast. So I try and keep up with where everybody has been. I was trying to keep up with your Apex adventure. But for those of you who haven't managed to keep up to date with the last, 9 months or so, what have you done this year? Where have you been?
Well, most recently, my most recent cruise was on the Apex, the Celebrity Apex, which is like the newest of the celebrity ships, kind of a twin of the Edge. Mm-hmm. It was our first celebrity experience, and it was really, really fantastic.
Yeah.
Like some of the best service, some of the best food, some of the best like cruise ship amenities. I really enjoyed it. Have you cruised with Celebrity yet?
I have, but I have never got onto an Edge or an Apex. I've been on the older ships, and I think I love the older ones. They're great, but I think it's an extra step that I really want to do one with the. I mean, I saw in your video about the tender ride and the magic carpet, and you got to go in through
so cool, yeah.
You got to go through the. I mean, so for people who don't know, the magic carpet is like a giant platform that's on the side of the ship, and they normally use that for tendering. But Morgan managed to do something totally different. Do you want to just share a little bit of that?
Well, yeah, like Emma was saying, usually on the Apex or the Edge, when you tender, there's like this extra lobby on the ship that's used for exiting and entering the ship, which is very nice. And then when it's time to tender, they bring this big platform down to water level, and then it's like exiting a fancy yacht or something. It's really fantastic. It's really, really like, it really brings up the value of the experience, the feeling of it. Anyways, when we were visiting Santorini, the magical Greek island, I was on the last tender back to the ship, and they already had moved it back up. Well, they were moving it back up. So we like basically parked in the water next to the ship in the night while they were moving this gigantic thing upwards. And then we had to tender like the old way with, I always say, jumping into a hole on the side of the ship. That makes it sound more like adventurous than it really is, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I just thought it was amazing that you managed to go on this ship, where the thing is, the big kind of one of the big selling points of these ships is that it makes tendering so easy, and you managed to get in through this little I thought that was amazing. How did you like Santorini? I've been, but I did it only for a half day, so we were there from like 4 in the evening till 10 at night. So we saw the sunset.
Oh yeah, it's so magical. I mean, I described it in my videos too. It's like a city in the clouds. You know what I mean? Because you have to go all the way up to get to it, either by walking or riding the donkey or taking the tram. Yeah. And then when you're up there, it's just like so far down to the ocean, to where the ship is and everything. If I had to pick one word to describe it, it's like magical. It's the most like magical, special feeling place I've experienced outside of a theme park.
Was it busy when you were there? Like lots of other ships?
Nope, we were the only ship.
I think when I was there, there were Edge was there. I was there, and there were a couple of other ships, and I think maybe 5 ships were there for the evening. So you know what it's like in Santorini. Everyone wants the sunset, and everyone wants those pictures. So it was just everyone lining every single kind of path waiting for the sunset. It was so funny to see, and I was taking pictures of everyone else taking pictures of the sunset just because it was just amazing. But that was my main memory. It was very, very, very busy. But we were on Celestial, the Greek cruise line, so we were doing 2 ports per day. That was our second port stop of the day.
Oh wow! Okay, sounds like a river cruise.
Yeah, so we literally in the morning, I can't remember where we were before Santorini, but we would have a port from 8 in the morning until 2 p.m. and then sail 2 till 4 and then be off 4 till 10 again. Yeah, it was great. It was a very, very busy cruise though. Thank you to James, who has just become a member of my YouTube channel. Now you have almost 100 podcasts if you'd like to catch up on those. Lots of stuff on the channel for the members. We have a question from the Cruise Boys. Hello, Cruise Boys.
Hi,
Would
guys.
you advise, do you say Ada or Aida for that
Aida.
cruise line? You say that, okay? Because every time I say that, I get told off.
That's how they say it in Germany, and it's a
that's
German
what I'm
line.
going for.
Aida.
Yes. Okay. Would you recommend?
Well, it says Aida or Mein Schiff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's one of those questions that it really depends on what you like. When Emma, I think a lot of people, you probably experience this too. People say, we're going on our first cruise. What cruise line should we pick? And it's like, well, you can't just answer that question. You need more information.
The Cruise Boys they're okay with German speaking, by the way, because if someone asks me about these cruise lines and I don't speak German and I don't know how tricky it is, but they're okay with that. So yeah, I get the impression the German cruise lines seem to be quite relaxed. Is that correct, or just something I've made up? Like flexible dining, chilled out dress codes, fun time.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if you're a fan of like having everything included, then it's more Mein Schiff. Mein Schiff is more like NCL and Celebrity, I would say. And Aida has like really cool show concepts. They have these interesting like theater in the round setups in the middle of the ship with really cool music shows and stuff like that. And if you're a fan of the buffet, then Aida is definitely for you, because at least during normal times, Aida has 3 different buffets.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It seems just quite relaxed. Not that I have done it, but Cruise Boys like Costa Cruises, MSC Cruises. I think you would like that. So I say give it a go. Try something a bit different.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, we have a question from Tim, and he says, is tendering quite common? I've never had a situation that didn't have a pier. Have you done many tenders?
I have tendered on Coco Key. That's Royal Caribbean's private island. This was many years ago now. You don't tender anymore when you visit it. I've tendered at Santorini. I think I've tendered maybe, how many cruises have I done now? 12, 13, 14 cruises or something. I think I've tendered 3 times. Okay,
yeah. I would say maybe every 2 or 3 cruises, I think I've had a tender port. Might be to do with the fact that I'm more kind of, I don't know, I feel like there's more tendering sometimes in Europe, or haven't been to the Caribbean for a while. But yeah, I think quite common. You normally can see ahead of time. Sometimes they will change their mind last minute. So you might be planning to dock, they get there and there's another ship there, they might change it to a tender port. But there's certain ones that, places like Kotor, I've never had to tender there, but I know a lot of people have.
Where is that?
Kotor, Montenegro.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I've just always been there on the smaller ships, and I've seen the big ones, like we've sailed past them. So, but yeah, I think it's quite fun, to be honest. I don't see it really as a bad thing. The only bad thing is, queuing up, waiting to get off on the tender.
Yeah.
But I just view it as a free boat ride. I'm not really in a rush to go anywhere normally.
And it feels like an extra adventure,
Yeah, I do get quite seasick, so I'm normally okay on tenders, but I understand why people would be a bit nervous about that, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, James, for my super chat. He says, hello from the Loca fam, Tony's fam in here. I had Tony on here a couple of weeks ago. It was nice it's just nice to catch up with everyone and see where everyone has been. So where else have you been? Because I can't keep up with you.
Well, I did 2 cruises to the Greek islands, one on the gigantic Celebrity Apex, and then one on a 17-meter sailing yacht.
Yes. Okay.
So
What was that like?
the sailing yacht videos, that's a whole other thing that I've been working on. I think I'm gonna make like one big film out of that adventure.
Yeah.
And it was totally different, of course, because I was part of the crew on the yacht. We had, crew duties. It was an active thing.
Okay.
I don't know
Cool.
if we've talked about this, but last summer I went to school and got my ocean-going vessel pilot license, so I can pilot. I can pilot an ocean-going vessel.
Is that you just surprise me every time we talk with a new thing that you can do. Wow, that's so cool.
Well, anybody can do this. Anybody can go. Anybody can learn how to do it. It's like getting your driver's license for a car, but it's a lot of information you have to learn.
Yeah,
there's tests you have to pass, and there's also math involved with the navigating. You have to learn about how to calculate your speed and calculate your distance from certain landmarks and stuff like that. Anyways, anybody can do it. If I could do it, anybody could do it. And that is why I've been getting some experience now on ocean-going vessels like sailing yachts, because I want to also do some more of that kind of traveling as well.
Yeah, why not?
So that was also in Greece. And then before that, I did a couple cruises in the Canary Islands, which are, I mean, beautiful. Great place for island hopping cruising.
Yeah, I'm hoping to spend my Christmas in the Canary Islands. That's my plan. Should be cruising next Friday.
Very good.
Yes. Fingers at the minute it's all fine. New rules seem to be coming in every few days, so just keep being okay until next week, and then should be good. But yeah, Canary Islands, lovely, and it should still be warm. I feel cold in my bones here in the UK. It'd be so nice to get warm for a bit.
It'll be warmer than where you are now. Yeah, that's for sure.
And at least it won't be dark all the time. It feels like it's almost always dark here in England at the minute. So to see some blue skies would be very nice. We have a question about who is on Celebrity Cruises. So Celebrity has a reputation for the senior or retired demographic. Did you find many millennials or Gen X on board?
Mostly millennials and Gen X on my cruise.
Cool.
I would say, I mean, I haven't cruised with Hapag-Lloyd or with what's the other one? I think Cunard is also a little more attractive to older clientele. I think Celebrity. So yeah, I mean, at least on our Celebrity cruise, and I think there was less than 500 people on the ship on our cruise, but they were mostly people my age, I would say.
Yeah, I will say I don't think I've ever really seen many kids on Celebrity Cruises. They're welcome, but I've never really seen many when I've cruised with them. But they're very kind of, I always think Celebrity are a bit edgy. You know, when you're listening to music on a Celebrity Cruise, you hear it and you're like, I recognize that song. But it's completely the opposite, isn't it? It's like a song that's normally sang by a woman and now it's a boy band. It's like they take everything and they make it a bit trendy and a bit edgy. So yeah, I think they're quite popular with younger people. So
yeah, I would say Celebrity, I think probably somewhat similar to the clientele for the Virgin Cruises, but maybe still a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, when I was on my Virgin cruise, I was thinking the closest one I think is Celebrity, and that's kind of the market that they're going for. It was a bit of an odd one, the cruise I took, because it was I think the Seacations we did this summer, you ended up with all kinds of people on there because, you know, we hadn't traveled for a while. Everyone would just go there. So I'm not too sure how much of a true reflection it was, but it was good. It was fun. Thank you, Brenna, for our super chat. He says, hi, Emma. Hi, Morgan. Nice to see you both sailing on Sunday for a short getaway. That sounds amazing. Hopefully somewhere warm, as it's cold. We have a question about food, and it says, if you're on a ship you like, but you had a bad meal, would you be honest with your YouTube channel, or would you be forgiving and forget about it? How do you feel about food? I think my benchmark for food is incredibly low when I look at what I eat in normal life. I don't cook. I have no, you know, if it's hot, the portion is good and I like it, then I think it's fine. So I don't know if I'm the best food critic, but I like what I like.
But if something was like you felt like something was prepared bad, or if it was supposed to
Yeah.
be hot and it was cold, you would mention
Yeah.
it, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, on my Morella cruise, I had the worst vegetable burger I've ever had. And I even mentioned it to the man in charge of the hotel stuff on there. I was very proud of myself. He asked me, "You look like you're having a great cruise. Is there anything that can be improved?" And I said that vegetable burger tasted like dust. I was very proud of myself. Very proud of myself. It was horrible. You could get a better one for 25p in a local shop. So I just thought they should improve that. But yes, I think I mentioned that in my review. I mean, that was one burger out of however many things I ate on that cruise. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in my videos, I always tell the truth. If there's something that I don't like, I always say, I think Patrick's question seems to be asking us, if I read it again, are we honest with our YouTube channel? Are we forgiving and forget about it? No, I mean, I think anybody who's watched any of my videos knows that if there's something to complain about, I'll probably find it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
not in a bad way, but yeah,
yeah.
no, I agree. I just, something has to be really bad for me to think that it's bad personally, because I just eat what I like to eat. I don't know if it's the greatest ingredients. I don't know. I don't care. If it tastes nice, I am good. We have a question which says, what are your thoughts about getting off at ports and taking advantage of the ship while the crowds are low? Oh, to skip getting off and staying on when crowds are off. I love that. I think that's brilliant.
I love it too. But there are certain ports nowadays that I feel like everybody does that. And so the ship is fuller. Like Nassau.
Yeah.
Anybody who's cruised like 2 times or 3 times leaving from southern Florida has already been to Nassau 2 or 3 times. And so I feel like that is the port where nowadays, now that's the port where you should leave the ship, because that is where everybody stays on.
Yeah, I suppose so. I think for me, it's Le Havre in France. When I get there, I get off and stretch my legs, but I like to see it as just a sea day with less people on it. But yes, I think that's fun. I think people put too much pressure on themselves sometimes to have something planned every second of every day. I'm going to go everywhere. I'm going to do everything. Sometimes it's nice just not to. So if you want to stay on, do it. Absolutely do it. Morgan's famous rant about missing chips and salsa. I don't know if I know that one for your burrito. What was that?
It was not a rant. It was not a rant. When Marcus and I cruised in the MSC Yacht Club once, so we wanted to try it out. We wanted to see, you know, is it worth it? What makes it different? A lot of people asked me about it. And there was a situation in the Yacht Club restaurant where they were extremely attentive about the service and things like that. And the menu said, you know, this lunch plate was a burrito with chips and salsa. Okay. And when the plate came, it was just the burrito and no chips and salsa. And I thought, okay, well, they must be bringing it on another plate. And then it never came. And and I just mentioned it. I said, this tasted really good, but I think the chips and salsa must have been forgotten. I didn't get those yet. And it became like they made a huge like theater, just a huge drama about it, just because there were no chips and salsa, with the main waiter in his tuxedo snapping his fingers and saying, take this plate away. What is this madness? How could you make such a mistake? And it was ridiculous. It was over the top, and it was not what I would consider to be good service.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I probably would just, I don't know. Sounds strange. Speaking of, so Morgan's added author to the things that you do, alongside all these other things that you've been doing this summer. And I have finished your book. Very proud of myself. Not a big reader, but I finished the book. Very proud of myself. And that story reminds me of a story I read about you. It was in the book about you using some hand cream that wasn't hand cream or something, and getting in big trouble. So it seems like you,
yeah, I don't know what to say. In the book, I share, stories about things going right and things going wrong and things going very wrong while in airports, on cruise ships, airplanes, traveling, stuff like that. And I don't want to say that like I focus on those kind of things,
Yeah,
you know,
but they're
like
the
when
funny
things go right.
things.
Say
They're the
what?
things I remember. They're the funny things. You don't want
Yeah.
if I read your book and it was just everything is great my entire life. No, I wouldn't feel very good after reading that, but it was so funny. And I thought I knew you quite well, Morgan. Like I've been following you for years and years and years. I try and keep up with everything, but I didn't know half of the things in this book. And also, it was quite nice to see things. You know, you tell stories about things, and I would realize how that, like your Morgan approved bathroom doors and things like that, how things link through your life, which was quite cool. But you've done so many things. You've been so many places. It was a good read. I would recommend Morgan's book. I can't believe you added author to all the things you do, as if you don't have enough stuff to do. Thomas says, book, what book? I have put the link to the book, and Morgan very kindly put it for all the different countries. So we've got all the different country links in the description to the book. Yes, would you like to say something about the book? I'll let you chat for a sec.
Oh, sure, thanks. Enjoy your tea.
Thank you.
Yeah, the book is called Getting Stitches on a Cruise Ship. And other fun ways to enjoy your vacation. Getting Stitches on a Cruise Ship is one of the stories in the book. There are 10 short stories about things that I've experienced or happened, like I said, good and bad things while traveling the world. Some things are stories that I've talked about on my channel. Some of the things they sort of explain these
that's what I found.
Inside jokes that we talk about, like Morgan approved bathroom doors and the cone lady and stuff like that. Yeah. Those situations are explained in the book. And then there are also 3 stories that I've never told on my channel. Like having a knife in my bag and
oh yeah, airport.
Oopsie, I forgot I had a knife in my bag.
Oh, and, makes me stressed thinking about it.
Yeah, and getting stranded in the middle of the forest, and then having my stuff stolen, and
I don't know how I made it
panned out.
It through that.
And it just there were these stories I had in my head, and I've made videos for so long, and I've tried podcasts as well, and I thought, okay, what else can I do? How else can I entertain and educate and inform people about traveling? And I thought, well, a lot of people that watch our videos, your videos, my videos, they also like to sit by the pool and read, or while they're waiting to, board a plane, or while they're flying, they like to read. And I thought, why not, write some of these down in a book form?
Why not? I will say it's quite an easy one to read. Like it's nicely split up, and it's nice, even I can read it, and I'm not someone who sits and reads books for hours. So please, we have a super chat that says, love your channel, Morgan. That is awesome. And you do everything with humor. Yes, you absolutely do.
Hi, Martina. Thank you.
We have a question from Jenny, and it says, with your love of theme parks, Morgan, have you visited any UK ones such as Alton Towers or Thorpe Park?
I have been to Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, Chessington, Blackpool.
Cool.
And Flamingo Land. Is that enough?
That's awesome. You've done more than me, and I'm here in the UK. I've never been to Alton Towers. Alton Towers
is really special, yeah.
Oh, Athena says, my sister fell down a water slide and had to get stitches. Sounds like a good read. Yeah. Oh, it sounds like a painful.
Ouch.
Yeah, painful. Oh my goodness. Yes, the link is in the description for people asking, where can we find the book? Hello, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin, for my super chat. Have a fantastic Christmas, Emma. Enjoy the warm, sunny cruise with your family. Yes. If everything goes to plan, I should be going on a P&O cruise next Friday to the Canary Islands, booked about 18 months ago, right in the middle of the start of the pandemic, when we thought everything will be completely fine by, Christmas 2021. Fingers crossed it will be. There's a lot of, we need extra tests to come back to the UK now. I think we might need tests to stop off in Portugal now, and lots of things happening, but fingers crossed.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. It's going to be fine. You're going to have a great time.
I hope so. This will be a really nice, I'm going to try and go off of the social media a little bit. I'm not very good at kind of taking a step back from things, but it's Christmas, so I would quite like to. Tristan and Justin say, is the book only available as Kindle, or is there a version of the book for those who love paper? There is a paper.
Hi, Tristan and Justin. Good question. At the moment, it is available as a digital download on Amazon. And if you don't have Kindle, you can download the Kindle app for free.
But you have a picture with the book, Morgan.
I do.
Well, you were holding it in the thumbnail of this video.
Oh,
Is it not real?
I know what you're saying. Yes, no, I faked that.
Oh.
Because in order to have a digital download, you have to have cover art created for
Okay.
And I just cut that out and put my hands up, and then I put it in there. That doesn't mean that I won't have it printed as an actual like hardcover book, but the process of self-publishing, I'm not working with any like distribution or publisher or anything like that. I did it all pretty much myself with the help of some mentors, some really helpful people who kind of guided me along the way. And my goal was to get it out before Christmas. Yeah. And now that it's out and it's running and I'm seeing, you know, I'm kind of testing the waters, I may begin the process of having it like actually printed, but that won't be, if I started that right now, it would be ready like end of January. So
you fooled me. You caught me out. That's good. Question says, can Americans book P&O cruises? Yes, Americans can. The best way is to book directly with P&O. Our friends Sean and Steph took P&O cruises. They're American and they loved it. And for me, it's great to see Americans try a P&O cruise. I remember Steph trying to find the Yorkshire puddings in the pudding section, and that's not where Yorkshire puddings are. Makes me laugh. Oh. Tim says, over how much time does your book take place? And Emma, when is your book coming out? I never considered a book before, but talking to Morgan, it seems like a lot of fun.
Well, people love to read, and you know, I think both you and I love to share stories and share our experiences. So I think Emma should do a book too, don't you guys?
Maybe I should start now before I forget things. Like as I'm going, just write things down. Maybe one day. But yeah, yours, how long a time?
The earliest story is from when I was, I think, 15 or 16 years old. And then the most recent story is just from not too long ago. So, I mean, from the time I was 15 until not so long ago, it's like 15 years, 20 years, you know.
Oh, my mum has a question for you. She says, where in the US do you come from, Morgan? Your accent reminds me of my sister-in-law.
Well, I grew up in Minnesota, which is in the Midwest.
I
say this in the book too, the Minnesota. And whenever I meet people who aren't from the United States, I always tell them 3 things about Minnesota. It's directly in the middle under Canada. It's where the Mississippi starts and ends. And it's where Prince lived and died.
And then people know, they're like, perfect.
Yeah, one of those things always sort of hits with people.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. Kevin says, yes, EmmaCruises book. Maybe. I'm not against book. I just had never considered writing. I don't know. I always thought I wasn't very good at writing and I wasn't very good at spelling. And that's why I went to university and I did maths because it was very, you know, I thought I couldn't write. I mean, now I have written, I don't know, 500 articles on my website. Clearly I can write and I can. So yeah, maybe, I don't know. An audiobook, yeah, maybe more. You should have done an audiobook as well. That'd be fun.
Well, it could become an audiobook. And you know, one of my friends who was a test reader for me and helped me kind of structure the book, she was like, why don't you just make this a video? And I thought, well, it's because I already have videos. You know, I wanted to
it's different
to do something else, and that's why I made it a book. And an audiobook is, for me, an audiobook is in a way very much like a podcast, isn't it? And because I've done the podcasts, you know, already, I tried that out. I thought, let's make a book, a real book with words on a page, digitally for the moment that you can read.
A real book. I get what you mean. I listen to a lot of audiobooks just when I'm out for a walk or if I'm, you know, washing up or just putting away the clothes or something. I'll just listen to an audiobook. But yeah, you could definitely do that. I was listening to a podcast the other day about like presenting and YouTube and speaking, and it was about how you should, I mean, you do a very, very good job of this. When they were talking about the explanations, I was like, that sounds like Morgan, the way you kind of make your voice into a melody. It must be something to do with your kind of theatre background. But I'll send it to you after this because some of the examples, I was like, that sounds like Morgan.
Sure, thank you.
So yeah, perfect for an audiobook. But But yes, Milwaukee, yes. It's pretty close. Yeah.
Milwaukee is close to where I grew up, and I went to school in Wisconsin,
Oh, you
even
did?
closer to where, Milwaukee is a city in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I have family there. I've been there more than anywhere
You
else in
do?
the US. Yeah.
In Wisconsin?
Yeah. I
Okay,
used
we
to
have
go
to
to
talk about that
Wisconsin
sometime.
Dells, like the water parks and stuff when I was a kid. And
Oh
yeah,
my gosh, you've been to
go to like
Wisconsin
the
Dells?
lake and stuff. Yeah.
Crazy. That's
Oh,
awesome.
I'm a bit mad. So what is your next trip? What's happening?
Well, I'm in the middle of my next trip at the moment.
That is
Basically, I'm
true.
here
Yes.
in Florida, and I'm kind of we have this fantastic house, which I'm very grateful for, and we're doing some home office at the moment and hanging out at the pool and just sort of
Sounds
like
amazing.
living at the moment. And then starting this weekend, family's coming down to visit, and then so like next week is when the crazy fun part starts happening with visiting Disney and visiting Universal Studios, seeing the Star Wars stuff, seeing all the Harry Potter stuff, all
Sounds
that.
amazing.
So that's kind of like the next big trip. And then sometime in the beginning of next year, I will be on my next cruise as well. But those details, that information is still
classified.
Yeah.
No, it sounds good. Ginger Joe says, book purchase. Just need a beach or a pool rather than cold, wet winter in Scotland. Yes.
Oh, thank you, Ginger Joe.
It's so cold here. So cold. Thank you, Christopher, for my super chat. Not sure if there's more message than the thumbs up, but I just see a thumbs up. So thank you very much for that one. Do you have any, this is completely unrelated, but do you have any like Christmas cruise decorations? Because I found out I do have one. I've got a little one over here.
Show it.
Isn't it adorable? Celebrity, see? Celebrity silhouette.
Cute.
So cute.
Is it heavy? It looks like you'd hang it on the tree and then the branch would go.
Yeah. You have to give it a couple of like support things or it will fall down.
No, I don't think I have any Christmas cruise decorations.
I
I definitely have Disney ones, but I don't have any.
Yeah. Do you collect anything? I know I saw some amazing pictures earlier of some people's ship model collections. I asked in our Facebook group for them. I don't collect anything like that. I'd have to hang them from the ceiling, I think.
I have to tell you something. For a long time, for like my first 8 or 9 cruises, I collected all the daily planners. All the paper things that get delivered to your cabin every night that tell you what's going on the next day, and like that it's 50% off of the watches and things like that. I saved all that stuff. I have a whole cupboard full of these things from like old cruises, even on ships that don't exist anymore, like Legend of the Seas and Mariner of the Seas.
Even cooler.
But I don't know what to do with it. Like, I never look at it anymore. It's a cool thing to say that I have it, but what do you do with it? You know what I mean? Do you want it? Should I send it to you?
I mean, at some point it becomes like, it's like history when the ships are going and stuff. I wish I had mine from my first cruises when I was a child and stuff. That would be cool. But I did have them all at some point, but clearly I've made the decision to throw them out since then. But yeah. Thank you, Sunny Travels, Justin, for my super chat. He says, yay, Minnesota, boo, Wisconsin. I'm not starting a Wisconsin.
It's because of the sports teams.
Here. Yeah. Oh, my mom points out that we were in Wisconsin Dells on 9/11. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been there. I've been quite a few times, more than I've been anywhere else in the US. I mean, I've been to, I've done like New York and Florida, and I've been across to California, but normally we would fly kind of into Chicago and do middle section there. Oh, apparently Morgan has brought up a sore subject. Many have gotten rid of the daily planners and moving to digital. What are your thoughts on that one? You won't be able to collect them for digital.
Well, I can definitely, I value both sides of this decision. I value, I mean, it's so much paper that's printed every day and you use it once and then it gets thrown away. I mean, it's completely unnecessary if you look at it that way. But from the other standpoint, it sure is nice to have something in your hand that you can make marks on, and you can sit and read it while you're in bed or whatever. But I guess I support moving forward and having it be purely digital, except for people who request it. I don't think it needs to be delivered to everybody's cabin every night. I think we need to stop that. What do you think?
I agree. David says he's kept all the daily planners for all 80 of his cruises. David, you win. That's incredible.
Where do you have extra room in your house?
Yeah, that must be a lot. David, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it when it's on the apps, but I will say some of the apps that I've used recently, some of them have been a bit of a struggle. Some of them work well, some of them don't.
Yep,
My
I know
latest
what you mean.
Yeah, my latest P&O cruise, they have an app now, P&O, they finally got one, but it didn't have the daily schedule in it. And I thought that's kind of the main thing I go to the app for, is for the daily schedule. Sometimes I like it when you can look into the future. I like looking at the menus before I've even got to the restaurant to decide where I want to go. So I like all of that stuff being in the app. But it is quite nice to come back and see, just sit down and see, oh, what are we doing tomorrow? What's on? But yeah, I think we've got maybe 50-50. Joe says recycled those shortly. Yep. Even if you're recycling it, it's still a lot of like energy and hard work for the cruise lines.
And there's a very easy solution, a very easy alternative to it. So
I think some of them have got rid of it completely, as in it doesn't exist and you can't get it. And I think that's bad for people. Not everyone wants it on the app, but I'm perfectly fine without it. So yeah, maybe it could be a thing like, when you say if you want a twin bed or a queen bed, you just say, yes, I need this. Or
exactly.
And then it would cut down probably only a tenth of people would want it or something, I think. So if you are a first-time cruiser, though, sometimes it's nice to see everything written down and the dress codes and the rules and everything in one place.
That's true. I think I'm more apt to read all the information on it if it's on paper than I am if it's in the app.
I think so too. Thank you, Christopher, for my super chat. He says, are you guys going on the NCL Vloggers Cruise out of New Orleans in January of 2023? Morgan, are you?
I think we got asked this the last time.
I think so. It's the only time I think about this.
I don't have plans to do it yet. That doesn't mean it won't change by then. I have never, ever planned a trip, any kind of trip, that far in advance. So I can't tell you right now.
I have to say same. And New Orleans is very, very far. It feels very far away right now. I do want to get back over to the US soon. I know you're there, you made it, but I'm not planning it right at this exact second. But yeah, who knows? 2023 just feels a long way away. It's not. It's really not. I have actually booked a cruise for 2023, which is amazing for me. I never normally do that. Yeah. So when I was on Iona, I booked Iona again for 2023. More because it was with a big group of family and they want to book far in advance. There's kids and there's more to think about. But that's probably, that's not something I normally do. I'm not normally that organized in advance.
I need to watch did you make videos about the Iona? Okay, I need to go find those because a lot of people ask me and suggest that I cruise with, that's P&O, right?
P&O, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet, so maybe that will be on my list for, there's a
so
couple that I want to try out, P&O, Costa.
Yes, do it.
Those are two that are sort of high on the list of want to try them.
I put together pretty much everything into one video. It's called I Cruised on Britain's Biggest Ship or Newest Ship or something like that. It's the full story of everything, the food, the entertainment, the ship, the everything in one place. So you can just watch that for, 15 minutes and then you'll be good to go.
Okay.
Have we ever cruised or do we have plans to go to the South Pacific? I have never been. Would love to. Absolute bucket list.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. Jenny says she's embarking Iona tomorrow. Yes, Iona was amazing. I think it's a real different step for P&O. Traditionally, P&O have been quite traditional in their kind of formal nights, normally set dining, kind of more a traditional cruise market. But Iona is definitely more of a family ship, more flexible, huge, absolutely massive. Didn't really appreciate that till I was, on there walking down the corridor, realizing how big the ship was. But I loved it. I thought it was good. And
do the cabins have Morgan-approved bathroom doors?
Yeah, they have proper bathroom doors. Yeah, it was a good, quite a standard bathroom design, but no see-through bits or anything strange. It was perfectly good. Approved. Yes. Emma, I have a good idea for your book, How to Get a Cruise on a Budget. You seem very good on your cruises. See, me and Morgan were talking about this recently. because I spent the last couple of years making a video course about how to cruise on a budget, exactly this. And I could make a book version. There's no reason why I couldn't do that. I just tend to be a video person. That's just where I default to after all of these YouTube videos. But yeah, maybe one day. Never say never. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, everybody, for your questions and all of your comments. I promise I'm not ignoring you if I don't read them. It just goes so unbelievably fast. It makes my eyes go a bit funny. Goodness. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. It's nice to see you. Oh, yeah. Good point. People over 70 will want paper. I think some older people would prefer paper rather than the apps, and that's fine. That is fine.
Yeah.
What a low-calorie alcoholic drink, says Matt. I don't really know.
Low-calorie alcoholic drinks. Oh, you know, it's an interesting question because Marcus and I went out to a bar just down the street here last night for dinner and drinks. And in the United States, in just about any restaurant you go to now, the calorie count of everything is listed in the menu, which is, that has pluses and minuses.
Yeah.
But we were surprised that I ordered a cocktail and he ordered a beer, and the beer had more calories than the cocktail, which surprised us.
Yeah, you would think cocktails are just sugary,
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I think probably a gin tonic, anything,
gin tonic,
vodka
or like a
tonic.
vodka lemonade or diet lemonade or something like that. I mean, it's probably going to be a Pepsi for me, personally. My favorite drink. Question from Tim, and he says, for Morgan, obviously for Morgan, it's about theatre performance. I've never done that. Theatre performer turned vacationer, turned YouTuber, turned author. When was your last show on stage, and how was the transition to offstage productions? It's a good question.
I talk about all that in the book.
I know the answers now, but yeah. I don't know. Does everyone who watches your videos realize that you came from the theatre kind of background?
I don't know. I mean, I don't talk about it a whole lot, I guess. I try to focus on like traveling stuff. I do have a smaller second YouTube channel, and I've told a lot of stories about it on that channel, and also posted little clips of me in the shows I was in.
On TikTok.
Oh yeah, and on TikTok as well. But yeah, I mean, the last show I was in and what the transition was like, I talk a lot about that in the book, in the stories, and also in the introduction, where I talk about what it's just altogether what it's like to run a YouTube channel 24/7.
Yeah, I did.
Did I get it right? Could you relate to a lot of it?
Absolutely relate to it. When you were talking about kind of worrying about, when you're with other people and you're the one who's I'm always taking pictures of everything, filming everything. I'm the one who says, oh, I need to go back and I need to do this. And I do feel guilty for that rather than going, I'm getting better at it. But I absolutely relate. Yes, absolutely. We have a comment from Cruise Boys that say, you need to try Costa, especially the newer ships. They were surprisingly good. You absolutely do need to try Costa. I think you would like it. As long as you go into a Costa cruise just with, open minds, have a good time, colorful, bright, cheap.
Yeah, I'm really interested in it. I mean, when I announced that I was cruising with Carnival, like 2.5 years ago, everybody was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna hate it, it's so awful, it's so cheap. And we had a fantastic time, and it's been probably my most favorite food on a cruise ship so far was on the Carnival Sunrise. And I never would have thought that, given the feedback that I had gotten in advance.
I've never cruised with Carnival, and I'm so desperate to. I tried my best 2020 threw a spanner in the works for that plan, but I think I would really like it. I mean, I do see the kind of party atmosphere, reputation of it and stuff, but I think I would like it. A question from Kevin, it says, hi Emma, what was your job before YouTube, and do you miss it or not? I miss it for precisely 0 seconds since I have left, but I worked in data development for car insurers, so I did coding for 6 years, and not missed it for a single second. No. Easiest question we have had. Thank you for that one, Kevin. Cruise Boys do agree that the food on Costa was amazing. Yes. Mine wasn't. Mine was not good. I think it was the worst buffet, at least, that I've ever had on my Costa cruise. It was not good.
I've had two separate groups of friends who've cruised with Costa, and both have just reported really awful buffet experiences.
It was not good, but the price was so cheap. unbelievable that there was any food. Everything was just a bonus. So the
Good way
food in
to
the
put it.
restaurant was good. Yeah. The buffet was just, yeah, it takes a lot. I think, like I said earlier, I don't have the highest standards, but my standards are at least it is cooked, it is hot, and sometimes it was questionable. But Cruise Boys didn't have any of those problems. So I was on Costa Luminosa, which is kind of an older one. May depend. I don't know. We have a question from my dad who says, we're cruising to Hamburg in the new year. Any tips, Morgan? And yes, we are. I'm going on that one too.
You're coming to Hamburg?
I am on a
Well, okay.
Cunard.
Well, the biggest tip I have is
You're stuck.
and then we'll show you around town.
It just completely froze. It was I saw my biggest tip is, and then it just froze.
Oh, are we still here? Can you still see me?
I can see you now. I hope it. Yeah.
Okay.
Go again.
Oh, it's frozen again.
Oh, we've done pretty well, I think, from England to America with the internet. But yes,
I think so too.
I think we're back. I think we're fine.
When you come to Hamburg, I gladly will show you around the city. If you would like to get in touch, I would gladly show you the highlights, the low lights. I'll show you any lights you want to see.
That sounds awesome. I think that's what my mum and dad were hoping for. If you don't mind, then tagging along as
You've
well.
all heard
this
me
comment
now. What do you out there in YouTube land? What do you think? Should there be a Morgan and Emma video from Hamburg, from my hometown?
Definitely should be. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I was supposed to go to Hamburg on Iona, but they cancelled it, replaced it with Le Havre, which is not one of my favorite ports. But we had sunshine that day in November. It was absolutely amazing.
Nice.
Tristan and Justin say that the Costa Smeralda is very different. Yes, very different. You need, yeah. Have you seen the photos? It was amazing. I have, of course, seen your photos. Yes. Tristan and Justin are the Cruise Boys. They're in here on 2 different accounts at the same time, if anyone's getting confused. My dad says, would love to meet Morgan. Hamburg video would be great, says Dawn.
Sure.
Oh, my goodness. Lou says, absolutely a video. Yes. You should book the same cruise. The cruise I'm doing is from the UK to Hamburg and back, so it would be a bit of a strange cruise to go for Morgan to... Yeah, doesn't really make sense. But of course, you are always welcome. Yes.
I could just, hop off in Hamburg and then...
Yeah, I guess you could.
Be like, see ya.
Yeah, bye. I mean, you can do that. But yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes, Cruise Boys are on that cruise too. Could be an EmmaCruises, Cruise Boys and Morgan video. We've kind of got something expanding here. But yes, Cruise Boys are on there too. Their first Cunard cruise. I'm going to introduce them to everything Cunard. And I'm excited about it. I've only done one Cunard cruise. The Cunard cruise was the reason I started my channel, my website, my everything, because I sat there and I was like, what is this? I was not prepared for this. This is not what I thought. I'd only cruised with MSC and Norwegian up until this point. And I took a Cunard cruise and it's very, very different, very different. But it was awesome. Oh my goodness. All of these comments. Thank you so much, everybody. Time is flying by. We've got 10 minutes to go. Is there anything you'd like to get out into the world on this live stream before time runs out?
Well, let me know before, the last few minutes before we leave. If you want, I can turn the camera around and you can look at the sunny blue sky. Maybe that will help you feel warm if you'd like. I can definitely do that for you. Just before I forget, thanks for having me on. Thanks for your positive energy. Thanks for, I think, Emma, you are probably one of the people in our in our group of colleagues who do what we do, who you reach out and you kind of keep us together. And I'm really, really happy and grateful for that. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been strange because obviously during the pandemic, we all had a lot more time. Everyone was chatting to each other and then everyone's kind of gone off. And you're watching everyone in all of these different places doing all these different things. And it's sometimes it's hard to find time to just sit down and catch up with it like this, which is why it's nice. And I've been talking to Tony and Don and various other people on here. If anyone has any suggestions for guests they'd like on the live streams, please let me know. Because it's just nice to sit down and have a catch up of where we've been.
Yeah.
It's been a busy year, but it's been amazing. Where are you going for dinner, says Joe? Where are you going forward to dinner tonight, Morgan? What does that mean?
Oh,
sorry, Joe. I don't understand your question. I've lost it.
We've been trying a lot of different restaurants here, like the popular chains like Chili's and Cheesecake Factory and stuff like that. And so like every day it's been a new one. And
Yeah.
actually, as soon as we're done here, we're heading out for lunch, but we haven't decided where we're going to go for lunch yet. But
I didn't think Chili's was a real place. I've got to be honest. When I watched The Office, I watched the US Office. That's where I was first. I didn't realize it was real.
And not named after my cat, and my cat is also not named after the restaurant.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I need to get D&J on. Yes, I have spoken to Para DJ. They're on a cruise right now, but I will try and catch up with them in the new year. Apparently, you need the dessert at the Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory? Lots of votes for Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, we were at the Cheesecake Factory a couple nights ago, and we bought 3 pieces of cheesecake to take home with us, and there's still half of one in the fridge because they're just there's just these huge chunks, and it's just one piece. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to a Cheesecake Factory. Maybe I'll have to put that on the to-do list.
The menu is 21 pages long.
Really?
They have like everything, and the portions are huge.
Okay. I'll have a look at that next time. Kevin is taking a trip to Africa tomorrow and so stressed with COVID tests going and coming home. Do you get as stressed about it, worrying it may be cancelled? I'm feeling a bit stressed about my cruise next week more than I have other cruises because there's 6 of us going and it's like a big family Christmas. So if one of us catches COVID and we can't go, that would be awful. But I try not to worry too much about it. Whatever will happen, will happen. And it's much better than sitting at home. Nothing will happen if you're just at home. You might as well try. So, yes, Kevin, I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure you will be fine.
I mean, it is what it is. It'll happen like it'll happen. And that is kind of you kind of have to accept that anytime you leave your house nowadays to go someplace, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And then you're going to have to deal with it. And that's that's like the little extra check that we have to accept nowadays.
Mm-hmm. I think we're kind of far enough into this process and this journey that there are processes in place for everything. They know what they're going to do with you if you test positive at this place. There's a plan. As long as you have good travel insurance, please make sure you have travel insurance. Yes. Then you will be fine. Not ideal. I mean, I've spoken to quite a few people who've been in quarantine, hotels, disembarked from cruises and put in hotels in Spain or various other countries. It doesn't look nice. It's not like a nice extra holiday. But they're being looked after and it's okay. And you could stay at home and things could go wrong anyway. So you might as well go somewhere.
You can contract COVID at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Staying home.
Yeah. I'm kind of, now that it's a week away, so I'm staying inside now. There's no real need for me to go outside. Almost everyone is working from home now, so I'm just going to stay here. Fingers crossed it will be fine. But yes, I am going to move next week's live stream while I remember to Thursday, because on Friday I'll be on a cruise. So same time, but just on Thursday. And hopefully, if anyone is watching that one, they can let me know if I've forgotten anything. Hopefully I haven't. Hopefully I've done all of the UK return forms and the tests, and hopefully everything is good. Hopefully it is. That'll be next Thursday.
Yeah, all the forms. That's like you have to check and double check. I know this time was also really stressful for me again because I need different forms than Marcus needs because I'm technically American and Marcus is German, so it was like all this different. Like I was like, "Are you sure you have this? Are you sure you have this?" And I'm like, "Okay, but I don't need this."
Oh, that's extra complicated. I hadn't even really thought too much about that, but even just cruising as a group of 4 or 6 and making sure everyone's got the right reference for the right test. And there is a lot. I will say the things you have to do now to cruise aren't complicated. The thing I find tricky is getting the right thing done on the right day.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
For the P&O cruise, I have to do the health declaration between 1 and 3 days before. And it's like, you can't leave it too late. You can't do it too early. And it's just kind of thinking about things like that. Sean says, would love a video on the forms you have to fill out for your cruise. I would love to, but as soon as I published it, it would be different forms, it would be different
I was going to
tests.
say the same thing.
So what I'm trying to do is, so I took my first fly cruise, the Marella cruise, and in that video I just talked about, for this cruise, this date, this is what I needed. This is what I needed to get into Spain. And that's at a point of time, and that's it. And it's different now. It's always different.
Yeah, I know. I would feel bad making a video like that and somebody watching it like in 2 months and thinking, okay, well, you know, Morgan said or Emma said that we need this, but it changes. It's changing and changing and changing. Nobody should just watch a video.
No.
And then check the website of the cruise, check the website of the flight, the airline, check your like local authorities. You know, Emma and I are here to inform and entertain you, but at the end of the day, it's all of your responsibility out there to make sure that you know exactly what you need for right now.
Yeah, it is a lot. I mean, check your emails. Definitely check your emails. P&O have sent me so many checklists that say the same things. They're sending them to me every few days because they want me to definitely do it. I have kind of alerts set up for the government pages of what you need, and when it changes, it emails me because I just can't keep up with everything. But I think everything is okay. The cruise line obviously wants you to get everything done. They don't want to turn everyone away. They're going to be as helpful as they can. Travel agents, very helpful. My agent, Emma, emails me stuff with highlighted bits in yellow so that I know which bits have changed or which bits happen. But yes, I think go do everything you can. Just try not to worry too much. I know it sounds a bit ridiculous. But yes, Kevin says they both tested negative, and the forms. Sure, you'll be fine. Love your vlogs, Emma, and thank you, Morgan. Yes, brilliant. Thank you so much. It has nearly been an hour. Can we please see some sunshine? Can I please heat up like a little lizard?
How do I switch?
It should just be a flip button, shouldn't there? Are you on your phone? Or just carry us. Just carry us.
Camera?
Oh, yeah.
Can you still see me?
I still, yeah. I think you might have to spin. Oh, no, it's gone black. Oh, oh my goodness. Look at the color of that sky. Oh,
can you see?
That's amazing.
Isn't it gorgeous?
God, so,
and it's like 28
so envious.
degrees outside.
That looks awesome.
Yes, it's
that's for anyone who needs some sunshine. Oh, Cruise Boys say that their son Josh needs a 72-hour and a 48-hour PCR due to countries and MSP requirements. Very complicated. I trust Cruise Boys, you've got everything planned. Marcus says, where is my sunglasses? Amazing. Sunlight, not fair. Need more Florida. Fantastic blue sky.
Well, I've been posting every couple of days. I'm not doing Vlogmas. I'm not posting a video every day, but I posted 3 videos this week already with lots of sunlight, lots of Florida, things like that.
I saw the pool and stuff. God, so envious. Thank you very much, Morgan, for being our guest. It's nearly been an hour.
Thank you, Emma.
Do you want to I think people have already bought your book, but encourage them to subscribe to you or say whatever you want to say to the internet for a minute.
Sure. The book is called Getting Stitches on a Cruise Ship. You can search for it on Amazon or search for my name on Amazon, Morgan
O'Brien. Or it's in the description.
Share the links as well. One interesting thing is the original manuscript that I uploaded has there's some weird formatting mistakes that got taken into it. Like the quotation marks are different. Like some of them are under and some of them are above. And that's I'm still in the process of getting that fixed. So if you download it now, you can get the original busted copy with all these mistakes in it, which is really embarrassing to me, but I can't make it go any faster.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm happy to be able to share with everybody. And and I think, Emma, we need to talk sometime so we can get you started on your book.
Yeah. Well, we'll do that, and I'll talk about Hamburg plans because that'll be really cool.
Definitely.
But yes, thank you for being a guest, and people should subscribe to your YouTube channel, of course. Morgan's very unofficial travel guides. If you haven't already, subscribe.
And of course, subscribe to Emma as well. If any of my viewers have come over here and have not subscribed to Emma yet, she's getting really close to 100,000. We have to help her. We have to help her get it. So everybody do it.
Yes. Please just check that you're subscribed. All the time I see comments that say, oh, I thought I was subscribed or I was. And YouTube sometimes thinks that people are robots and it'll unsubscribe them. So please just check, because I can't even think about it. 100,000. It's absolutely crazy. But thank you so much, Morgan. And thank you everybody who is in the chat. Kevin says, awesome live stream. Danny says, thank you. Happy chat. Cheers all. Enjoy your weekends, everybody. So I'll be back on Thursday next week. Put it in your calendar. Thursday, not Friday. And goodbye, everyone. Bye, guys.